you know, at 11, Haley. So if you need to jump out because you're working, if you can, try to jump back in at like, you know, 10:50 or something like that. So I can answer your questions, love. I want to answer your questions. All right, guys. Scorpiana, what do you need to know for the end of the year? What does Scorpio need to know for the end of the year? Okay, Scorpio, we've got the Queen of Pentacles here. I see what you're saying, love. Okay, well, don't worry, because on Thursday, by the way, everyone, on Thursday, I'm not going to be coming on live. My son is having his like Christmas recital. And so, you know, the family is going to be going to that. It's going to be a big deal. All right. So Scorpiana, we have a Queen of Pentacles here. You could be dealing with, a Sag, Capricorn, or you could be dealing with an earth sign. You could be dealing with a parent. Maybe you're dealing with your own mother. It could be something like that. Oh, hold on. And I have to leave. Sorry, going for my son. Oh, you got to do what you got to do, babe. Tell your son I said hello. All right. Looks like we got a Scorpio in the house. So yeah, you could be dealing with a parent, or you could be a parent. Let's get a little bit more. Tell me about Scorpio here. What does Scorpio need to know for the end of the year? What does Scorpio need to know for the end of the year? Two of Swords. Scorpio, you might be trying to make a very big decision here. It might be something that you're putting off because it feels like it's too big. I do see like a nurturing person in your environment, but before I get more cards, I don't want to say too much about it because it could be you. If this is a person, how will Scorpio know who this is? If this is a person Scorpio is dealing with, how will Scorpio know who this is? Okay, that's just too many cards, but let's see what they were. I'm so nosy. Judgment. Okay, reconciliation, Queen of Cups, Cancer, Gemini energy, the Emperor, victory, and sadness. Let's see. How will Scorpiana know who this is? Oh, Three of Cups. This could be somebody who's like a part of your friend group. This could be somebody that you'd really like to celebrate with. You know, we have the holidays coming up, so you could have family members that are coming in, and, you know, it could be like a family member with the Queen of Pentacles, like auntie or, you know, something like that. And you're just really looking forward to, you know, spending time with this person. But then again, you have the Two of Swords. Tell me more about how will Scorpio know who this is? I don't want to say a third party situation yet. Okay. The Star. Okay. Now you guys know that for me, the Star is all about the sexy time. So this could be somebody that you have very strong sexual feelings for. It's someone who's highlighted in your mind, someone you think about a lot. And like I said, someone that you have a very strong sexual, feeling for. It could be somebody in your friend group, actually, Scorpio. All right. So let's keep going. Okay. All right. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles. Who's this Queen of Pentacles? Tell me about this. Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. We've got some pentacles here. It's like, you know, the pentacles doesn't have to be about money. It could be about you wanting, you know, to create an opportunity with a person. Two of Swords. Temperance. There's a decision that you have to make about a situation that could be very difficult and has many challenges. An example of that would be you're dating somebody who's of a different race and religion, and you really love this person, okay? Maybe this person is already, you know, maybe a baby mama, baby daddy, or something like that. And you really want to make a solid start with this person, but there are a lot of things that you have to deal with, a lot of challenges that you have to deal with this person. And you feel like it will be very, very difficult to come together, but not impossible, because if anyone can do it, they might be divinely guided, in fact, that you guys come together. But this seems to be an issue that is so difficult for you to make a choice about that you're sort of, you know, just putting your blinders on and trying not to think about it. Tell me about the Three of Cups. Five of Wands. Okay. So we've got some competition here. Maybe there is a third party situation in that this person is dating. This person might be, you know, seeing other people. Tell me about the Star. Or it could be family too. Like maybe your family won't accept it. The Star, Six of Pentacles. You know, Six of Pentacles is never a good card for me. Maybe some sort of behavior has been illuminated about, you know, like an unfair advantage that someone has in a relationship. Scorpiana. Maybe there's a lot of drama. Maybe when you guys are good, you're really good. And when you're bad, you're really bad. And there's a lot of drama. But one thing is for certain with the star there, something is being illuminated. There could be, you know, a desire for a fresh new start. With the Three of Cups, you do want, you know, you do want to party with this person, you know? I never really see the Six of Pentacles as a gift, guys. I'm sorry. I know that a lot of tarot readers are like, oh, an equal give and take. Where's the equal give and take there? These guys are fucking poor and this guy is super rich and he's giving them crumbs and he's also weighing out the crumbs, you know, like, all right. I mean, I don't know if those are crumbs or coins. They some small ass coins. I always see it as crumbs because this is my breadcrumbing card. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. Page of Cups here. Scorpio, I mean, that could be you, you know, but it's usually somebody younger. The Page of Cups tells me that it's possible that there's an apology in the works. Also, you know, especially with the Ace of Pentacles, like, look, I'm sorry. Can we like start over? You know, that's the energy I'm getting here. Can we start over and can we do it, you know, solidly? Can we like make something of this? You know, can we make this relationship abundant? Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. You got two cards. Yeah, the King of Cups and the Death. Wow, Scorpio. Remember how I was saying, like, I feel like that's you. So something that, you know, you may not see is that you might be in a very like stable, emotionally stable energy. We've got the King of Cups here. That's a lot of emotional stability, having a great command over your emotions. And that King of Cups is clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. Not really a pair here, okay? They're not technically a divine match. What I see here is somebody... You have the Death here, and this represents a rebirth, right? The Death card, like a transformation. It's possible that, you know, you're going from being somebody who's stable to somebody, you know, financially, you know, somebody who's there for family, to somebody who's focusing more on their own personal, you know, well-being concerning love relationships, okay? When I say that you could be dealing with a mother, I really do. I think it's your mother, okay? I think it might be your mother. And I feel like, Scorpio, at the end of the year, you might be making a transformation here in which you're like, or if it's not a mother, it's like some sort of person in your life that has a lot of power over you. And maybe you're transforming to, you know, make something happen with somebody that it's very difficult to make something happen with. And this might be a very difficult process for you because maybe your family or your friend group or something doesn't, you know, approve of this person. Tell me about the Three of Cups. The Moon. So much Cancer energy. That could be Pisces energy too. Yeah, I feel like, you know, there's this part. I think that, hold on, Five of Wands. I think you have a lot of, you know, fear about this. Four of Pentacles with the Five of Wands. There could be somebody who's slipping through your fingertips here, and you're looking at what stopped you from being with this person. You know, I'm surprised the Hierophant didn't come out. And although Six of Pentacles is Taurus, and I feel like you're holding on to this person, I feel like the situation is a lot of drama in your life, okay? But I also feel like, yeah, you feel like this person is slipping away and it's giving you anxiety. Tell me about the Temperance. The Nine of Wands. Yeah, this is something that you have a lot of trepidation about. You really want to make this work, but the differences between you might be so, you know, daunting that you're like in Two of Swords energy here. I don't know if I can do this. Two of Swords, the Devil. But you know, this could be a hint. This Two of Swords energy, this procrastination could be, you know, devil activity in that, you know, it's like a bad habit that you have to not deal with things head on. Also, I think the Devil is telling me that you have a very strong attachment to this person and cannot break free. Tell me about the Star. We've got two cards for the Star here. The Ten of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Your Star is walking away. Your Star, you could also just be healing and walking away yourself, you know. Scorpiana, you could, but I do see, Scorpio, that you're trying to hold on to somebody who's leaving your life. There's death here. There is something ending. I feel like you feel an almost unhealthy, almost a toxic attachment to this person, but there are other factors that are getting in the way of you being able to, you know, have what you want with this person. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. The Two of Cups. And then we have the Judgment in reverse. Scorpio, somebody in this relationship wasn't giving all of that Two of Cups. Somebody in the relationship was really holding that back. We have the Judgment in reverse here. So there could be the Judgment in the reverse for me is like the Two of Swords. Somebody who's unable to make a decision about something. Scorpio, I think at the end of the year, you're going to continue to be just as confused as you ever were about a relationship that's a lot more important to you. And I think you might be realizing how important that connection is, how much you feel you need that connection. Okay, let's get, for you, let's get a Kipper. Tell me about the Temperance, Nine of Wands. Change. Absolutely. Change for the Temperance, Nine of Wands. You're really scared of changing something. You might definitely be in a comfort zone, Scorpio, and you're really scared of changing something. And let me get a Kipper for the Queen of Pentacles. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles, please. You know, Scorpio, I feel like you're losing something. You're losing control. Thief. There's someone in your life, Scorpio, that you feel is stealing something from you by not letting you have it. There's someone in your life that, like, I feel you're afraid of. Let me get another one for that. Give me one for the King of Cups, death. King of Cups, death. Official person. That's you, Scorpio. That's you. Moving, you're transforming, and it's like you're almost like transforming and putting your feelings first, putting your needs first, you know? All right, guys, so let's move on. We're already getting to the point. I've been spending too much time on the messages, so we may have to finish these tomorrow. I'm sorry, but we're going on to Libra right now. And for those, I think we'll be able to make it to Cancer if I rush, okay? Scorpio, how dare you take so much of my time? Let me know if that message resonates. But Scorpio, the bottom line here is that it looks like you're going to get to a place where you can't like help it anymore. Melly saying, yeah, I'm Guyanese. Are you Guyanese? You know, it looks like you're going to, you know, put your feelings first and like put your needs first. Yeah. What part of GY are you from, Melly? And is it like Melly for Melissa thing, or Burbies? You know it. I'm from Burbies too, Melly. We must be cousin. I'm Bali Raj. Port Morant. My last name is Bali Raj. You know, just because you probably know my family. If you went to school in GY, then you probably do know my family. Yeah, Port Morant. Yeah, what's up, man? I'm sure we're related some way. Okay, let me shuffle these one more time. Yeah, it's so funny because when you do your birth chart and you put in, and I strongly suggest that all my viewers do their birth chart. It's really important. It helps you to know what signs are activating at different